evening, everyone. Welcome to the press conference for ice dance medalists. First, congratulations to everyone. So the gold medalist of Finlandia Trophy Grand Prix series, Laurence, Fournier, Beaudry, Guillaume, Cizeron. France. With scores of 204.60, 18. Silver, Gilles, Poirier, Canada. Scores of 200 to 11, and bronze medal Emilia, Zingas, Vadym, Kolesnik, US, with the scores of 192.02. So congratulations. We will start with two questions from me, and then we open the floor for the media. So the first question, so what are your thoughts of today's performance and the audience? Let's do rotating, so that we start with gold medalists and then silver and bronze.
Well, we had a really good time today on the ice. I think we love this program. I think it's maturing and evolving in a really beautiful way, and we love performing it every time. And it was our first time competing outside of France, so we're very proud of what we achieved here. And yeah, we're very happy with the moment that we had today on the ice, and the crowd was also really warm and supportive, so it was fun.
We're also really pleased with our performance today. We felt really strong and comfortable on the ice and very connected with our programming with the music. There's so much room for this program still to grow. It still feels like it's in its infancy, and I think we're looking forward to going home and being able to develop it more and get closer to the games. I think this week was a big success for us. We were really happy with our performances.
We feel really happy that we were able to compete in Finland for the third year now, and finally we feel like we did what we came here to do, and we performed in a way that we were proud of. So I feel really happy, and I think honestly we were really nervous going into this event, and there was like some buzz around, you know, the final, all these discussions, but we just focused on each other and focused on what we needed to do, and I'm really proud of us, and I was really happy to skate here today.
This is a really important competition in our career because we made it to finals for the first time, and thank you. It was honestly an honor to skate in such a strong group of competitors, and I'm very proud of our behavior in our skate and how we did it.
So all of you have qualified for finals. It's only 2 weeks away, so we'd like to hear, so what are the plans for the next 2 weeks? Are you directly flying to Japan or home? So how do you prepare yourself? Starting from the gold medalist.
We're planning to go back home, so we're gonna go to Canada and take probably a couple of days off, and I mean 1 day off, and and then we're gonna start training to just improve the program from what we did today, and then we're gonna head to Japan.
Yeah, we don't really have too much time, so we're going to leave tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. in the morning and get in Toronto at I think like 3 p.m. So have a day or two off and just just work on everything that we didn't get this week and work on for next week.
Well, we are planning to compete in Tallinn, Estonia, for the Challenger, and our plan is still to compete there and then go straight from Tallinn to Japan. We do have to talk to our coaching team just to see if that's the best decision for us. We didn't want to make plans in advance, so the plan is to compete in Tallinn, and we'll discuss and see what we can do. If not, we'll probably make a change or go home, I'm not sure.
It's not that far at least.
Okay. And the floor is now for the media, so you have the possibility to ask questions. Please raise your hands.
Yeah, question to both Laurence, Guillaume, Piper, and Paul. So after yesterday's kind of disappointment, what was your mindset today when you went out to skate? How did you
I think today we wanted to honor the work that we've been doing in the last weeks, months. And as I said, it's a program that we really love performing, and I think we wanted to skate with our hearts and not think too much about, you know, the points or the outcome or any of this stuff. I think we have the chance to do a sport that is artistic, that is, you know, above anything else. Like it's a moment that we share with the public, the audience, and I think that's focusing on that is how we put out the best performance. So that's what we did today.
I don't think I have that much to add. I think the most important thing after a disappointing competition, or whether that's your own performance of skate or the way that it was scored, I think the worst thing you can do is try to skate to make up for it in some kind of way. Those are the moments where you especially have to look back at all the training that has brought you to this moment, to this competition, the hours that you've put in, the number of repetitions you've done, and you have to put your utmost trust in that, and that is when you are able to come back from those disappointments and skate to the best of your ability.
Well, we enjoyed our rhythm dance yesterday, and I think going into the free dance today, we just wanted to carry the same energy that we had yesterday. So, not thinking about the points really ever for us. We just want to focus on doing our best, and that was a mindset shift that we made this season. In previous seasons, maybe we were thinking a little bit too much about placement or points, and it kind of got in the way almost. So my mindset, and I think Guillaume's mindset is as well, always is just kind of to focus on each other, focus on ourselves, and not think about the result or the points, because ultimately it's out of our control.
My question is to Hans and Piper, the teams. Sorry, I've been awake since 6 a.m. Sorry. Do you plan to get any feedback from the judges, the technical panel after this event? And could you tell us a little bit, if you can, how technically is that happening? Through coaches, or you get this feedback yourselves? And the second question, do you plan to keep the same costumes until the end of the season? All three teams.
I mean, I'm sure we'll get feedback, even though I don't really know how representative of the performances the feedback is going to be. We're always looking to improve ourselves. We want to be as perfect as we can be, and you know, I think we'll do as we always do. You know, we're experienced skaters. We know what a clean turn is. So there's nothing really new here. I think we'll make sure that, you know, at the end of the day we want to, you know, make as many points as we can, and follow the rules. Yeah, we'll get feedback, and then I think we just have a lot of trust in our coaches to guide us through the next steps. And you want to add something?
I think we have a very experienced coaches, all three teams here, so we're going to rely on their opinion and the constructive feedback that they want to get, and we're going to move up from there and just trust them.
I guess we'll see. Sometimes the feedback doesn't come that quickly, so we only have a week to kind of go home and make those changes. But I think what's important for Paul and I is really to trust the team that we have. We've had a lot of technical specialists come in and see our programs and see our things, so We feel very reassured that the things that we lost are level 4s in our mind. So I think we're just going to stick to what we do and listen to them and not get frazzled by everything that's going on. We just need to stay true to our guns and continue to bring strong performances, and I think the tech will change.
And the costumes, are you keeping those?
Oh.
No, they're too expensive.
Well, I'll start with the costume. We talked to Benoit, and he has a few ideas for freedoms that he would like to address and change. Regarding rhythm dance, we already have 7 costumes, so we'll just keep switching them. Depends on the day, how we like it. I don't know. Yeah, depends on how we feel. But talking about the turns and levels, I was rewatching our rhythm dance from yesterday, and we're far from perfect. We still have a lot to improve on, and I could see that even yesterday I felt good, but we do a lot better in practice, and our goal is to just make it as close as we can to what we do on a daily basis.
I have a question back. It's not the first time you're asking that question about the costumes. I'm just curious. Why?
Are we expecting? Because I'm very interested. Are we going to see new costumes at Olympics, or it's pure interest? It's very beautiful, but they're beautiful. Okay, they're very beautiful, but maybe you have like 7. I don't know.
I was just really curious, but I think if we want new costumes, we're gonna think about it. But so far, we're very satisfied with our.
Other questions?
Yeah, my question is for Emilia. So the situation in the American team is very competitive. In the Olympic season, you have lots of very strong teams, and your performance here and the ability to get to the Grand Prix final might give you a boost in that quest. So how do you feel about that, and what are your next steps to secure this spot?
Well, I think we feel pretty good. We're the only second American team. There's only 2 teams who made it to finals from US. It's Madison and Evan and us. So that's something to be proud of. I think the only thing left is just to skate our best at nationals, and ultimately, it's out of our control. We can only skate, and US will make a decision whether they want to send us to Olympics or no. But we're going to try our best, and we're going to fight for it.
Yeah, I think in the beginning of the season, we knew it was going to be a hard fight. There's many talented teams in the US. We have a very deep ice dance field and many deserving teams as well. And at the beginning of the season, we decided if we want to be up there with the best of the best, and if we want to stake our claim for a spot on the Olympic team, we need to work as hard as we ever worked, and we need to perform as best as we ever performed. And I'm happy to say that we've had, a good competitive season so far, and we're hoping to continue the momentum. And as Vadym said, we're ready to fight for the spot.
Okay, other questions? Over there, Robert.
Hi everyone. I had a question about the construction of the programs for all 3 of you. For Laurence and Guillaume, could you talk a little bit about the concept and what you're trying to defend? For Piper and Paul and Emilia, these are more familiar storylines. We know what happens to Vincent van Gogh. We know what happens to Romeo and Juliet. How did you make the decision about depicting that, and did you try any other ways?
I think for us it really started with the music. We fell in love with that piece and a few pieces from the same album from Rob Stevenson, and I don't know, we knew we had a little bit of time, and we wanted to kind of just get creative and not think about elements too early on. We went to Switzerland to work with Stéphane Lambiel a little bit, who is amazing and helped us kind of get the creative juice started. And then we came back to Montreal with a lot of really interesting material, and we choreographed the piece with Marie-France and it kind of just flowed. I think it was very instinctive, and conceptually, I think there was a lot of inspiration to draw from the piece itself, because it's such a special, it has a lot of special textures that I think really, like, it tells a story, but it's kind of up to everyone to understand it in their own way, and we like it that way. I think it's very, I don't know, I think it's very hard not to be touched by that piece of music, and we wanted to honor it and try to get as close as possible to the feeling that we have listening to it and portray that on the ice.
We discovered ourselves building that program together. I think it was really a discovery. It was extremely unique to choreograph that so early in our partnership, and I think that we brought a lot of each other in that program, and a lot of strength and vulnerability at the same time. So it's something that's extremely special to share, and we hope that everyone can feel something.
I think for us, we've chosen to revisit an old program that we performed 7 years ago, and so this was a familiar piece of music, this was a familiar program, and so we had already taken the time to explore what we could do with this music. We really wanted to see if we could reimagine it in a way, and see, with 7 years more experience in life and as skaters, where this music would take us. I think the song Vincent really allows us to depict the lightness and the shade of the story, and so we don't want it to feel one-dimensional. It's very easy to think about Van Gogh and the tragedy in his life, but we also wanted to depict his love of his own work, of his art, and how that brought him joy and inspiration. And so finding the dimensions of that, I think, allows us to create a program that is multifaceted and has layers to it. And I think it's also something that we can bring our own life experience to, as we have spent our entire lives essentially creating art as well, and going through the ebbs and flows and the disappointments and the bliss that comes with making art. And so I really think we can bring our own personal experience to this story as we depict a character, but also portray ourselves in our lives.
Well, originally we were not having the idea to do Romeo and Juliet. It was our choreographer, Benoit Richard, who suggested we use this music. We weren't really thinking about it because it's been so overused. There's very many couples who take this music because it's a story that translates well, I think, onto the ice. But after Benoit kind of explained the mood of the program that he had wanted, and the idea of how he saw our costumes even, he pitched really the whole idea to us. And I was listening to the music in my headphones, just skating by myself on the ice, and I think Prokofiev is a really special version of Romeo and Juliet, and I just fell in love with it, and I fell in love with the drama of it, and as we were building the program, I think it became more clear to us that we wanted to portray more of the tragic side of Romeo and Juliet. There's a lot of couples who portray love and happiness and joy, which is part of the story, but ultimately it's really tragic. And this darker side, I think, is brought out more by Prokofiev's music. So yeah, that's the direction we went in, and I think it's a great vehicle for us, and I've really enjoyed how the program has grown in the last 6 months.
Over there.
Question to Laurence and Piper and Vadym. You all been through the citizenship process. And then that you all got given the passport. Now you're presenting it from. So just my question is the IOC rules should be kinder or more flexible? What's your opinion?
I'm not going to answer that.
Okay.
I'm following Piper.
honestly, I don't know what happened.
Okay.
Sorry.
Any other questions? All right, I think we can close the conference session, and once again, congratulations and have a safe travels home or Tallinn if you're there, and stay healthy.